Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Reality King, where we talk all things reality TV or whatever. We have a new countdown, and I'm trying I'm trying to figure out how to work it because it's.
Y'all thought the countdown was cute.
What's up, y'all?
I think the countdown is cute.
We back, and we better. To talk to you all about Survivor 45 episode 3. It was a lot going on. I have a lot of highs and lows from what we got today, honestly, because one of my faves went home. She was targeting a lot of people, but also there's a tribe swap. Apparently,
I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
Jeff listened. He listened.
One thing Jeffrey does is listen. Even with Edge of Extinction, which was one of his favorite fucking twists for some reason, he said, look, y'all, I know y'all don't like it. I'm going to do it one more time for the winners so we can have them on all season, and I'm ending it. I'm sorry. He's like, I don't know why y'all don't like it, but I know y'all don't like it, so I'm going to end it. Jeff listens to the fans. One thing I wish Allison Grodner.
Ooh, don't clock the weather like that.
Because listening to the fans, it makes the show better. We know why the show is bad because we're fans of the show. I don't see why other shows.
You know, a good example of that is Pressure Cooker. The HOH competition. Boom. We have been begging for Pressure Cooker for years. They finally brought it back in this season, Big Brother 25, and it was one of the more talked about moments of the season. Like, everyone was streaming that live. I'm pretty sure Paramount probably brought in a lot of money, because of that. So,
we wasn't definitely
listen to the fans. And also, they've done that in Survivor before, too, with the second chances, allowing us to vote who we want in. Like, definitely listen. I'm glad that Jeff is more willing to do so because I'm so excited for a Tribe Swap. Tribe Swap, to me, is like good Survivor. Like every good Survivor season, like there's an interesting Tribe Swap that just shakes up the dynamics. And, it gets so boring seeing the exact same dynamics over and over again, all the way up into merge. And then, these these last 2 seasons, these merges haven't been too interesting like that, like at all. And I think it's the lack of dynamics and switch up. So I'm excited. Like, I think this is the right call. Jeffrey listened. He knows what the girls want, and we're here.
I agree. I feel like it's going to actually make the season more, I don't know. I feel like the issue with the last 2 seasons is that it was getting too stagnant for too long, and then there was a lot of tribal lines when it came to the actual...
Yes, that's the big thing. Like, it was like, as long as, like, you keep your tribe together. I remember Omer's tribe that had that energy, the Orange tribe back in 42. Mm-hmm. Who else recently kind of just had that? It was a lot of them towards the end.
Tika Forges did it.
Tika Forges did it. The Jesse's tribe, the Red tribe in 43, they were kind of staying tribe strong. So the dynamic of them not being able to do that or have new tribes to be loyal to, I'm excited. And the thing is, about a tribe swap, we were just saying, it's probably going to be 3 tribes of 5, which means they might switch to 2, maybe. Because remember they did that in Second Chances. They had 2, they went to 3 and back to 2. They might do 3 for like 2 or 3 rounds and then go to 2 for 1 more round into merge. That would be really interesting. Just switching it up in general is going to be fun. And this is a fun cast. And the 90 minutes of it all, like, girl, we're here. Survivor is fucking here, bitch.
I'm excited. Everything has been good this season. And I saw Mike Bloom make a tweet. Shout out to Mike Bloom. And he was like, honestly, this season is just giving way more than it's gave, this new era. So I'm loving it. Everybody's loving it. The fans are loving it. And Jeffrey, listen, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's get to this episode, period. Lulu keeps losing. Loser Lulus. The Loser Lulus are back at camp. And Saaya gives Emily her shot in the dark back. Emily's like, I don't know why that bitch just gave me her dark back. We like, we'll be using it. Right. Period. Well, maybe not period because Emily be a little weird. But anyways, and then Emily noticed that Jeff only read 2 votes last tribal and said, so-and-so, you're a victim. Brandon, you're out. And there was 5 people there. So the majority is 3 votes. So she was like, if the majority is 3 votes, why did he stop counting at 2? Unless Saaya, did you not have a vote?
My thing is, not only did she clock that the numbers was off, she clocked who didn't do it. Like, girl, why are you clocking like this? You need to go. Oh, because see, my ass, and that's why I just feel like I can't do Survivor. Survivor is too fast. Like, I think
Yeah,
in a Big Brother environment, we have 7 days of the week. You can really sit and watch the dynamics and kind of block these things. I feel like Survivor moves too fast. I would have
yeah,
been that together. I would
yeah.
not have pieced that together.
So Emily clocking to her face, and they trying to play dumb. Somebody's trying to play dumb.
And that's one thing Emily gonna do is clock in the bitch's face. Oh my god. She's really about to be this season's chaos cast, isn't she?
Yeah, she made it. She
I
made
mean,
Squad
it
Talk.
was
So
basically prophesized. Like, it's a self fulfilling prophecy for real, because the producers told her that she went into her preseason kind of, saying that a lot.
yeah,
And I just think she's really slipping right into that, even down to like your trop fucking flops.
yeah,
And it's probably only going to be 3 of y'all going into merge.
yeah. So
Wow. This is chaos Emily, child.
Chaos Emily. Boom. We hop to the Bello tribe. At Bello tribe, Jake is breathing in fire flames. Um, and he falls out. He wasn't breathing in, but he was blowing on it, trying to restart the fire, I guess, in the morning.
Yeah.
And he ended up breathing in flames and fell in it. I think this happened to somebody problematic.
Scooping?
Michael Scoopin.
Scooping
Who's
fire.
problematic as fuck.
Or the one with the blue eyes. Is that Scooping? That's not Scooping.
This,
Penner? Jonathan
I'm
Penner?
gonna Google who fell. It wasn't Penner. Who fell in the
I think
fire? Or
Penner
maybe
did
it
fall
was
in the
Penner
fire in one
also.
of those earlier seasons. I'm pretty sure he
Michael
did.
Scoopin, who is a terrible, terrible person. Do not support him. What did he do?
Yeah, turning to a fire cat where he accidentally inhaled some of the fumes. It was Michael Scooping. It
Yeah,
was.
it was Michael Scoopin. He fell in the fire. Like
Convicted
him.
fraudster and sex offender.
That's what it is. He's a
Oh!
sex offender and he's a pedophile, right?
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Yes,
That's how.
4 years for child pornography.
Oh,
Michael
God.
Scoopin from
Oh,
Survivor
God.
is
Oh,
a
God. Let's not talk
pedophile.
about him no more. Let's not talk about him no more.
So, anyways, Jake, nothing
Don't
like
even
him.
compare.
Never mind. So after that, Kendra ended up bonding with Jake because she felt bad for him. Kendra's a very emotional person. She basically like, I mean, when I feel like I want to care for him,
and they really connected.
And I like him a lot. And she was like, you know what, Jake? And Jake was like, well, were you guys ever wanting to target me or anything? And she's like, yeah, I know it was the 3 of y'all boys and the 3 of us girls. And you know what? We did want to target you because you were a lawyer.
What I found really interesting about this conversation was that, in the beginning, we did want to target you. Mind you, this is day like 6. In the beginning was a few days
4 or
ago.
5, really.
Like, this is why, and I feel like anyone who's also watching Big Brother, if you're not, I'm sorry. Cerie Fields is playing Big Brother right now. And one of the biggest things that people have kind of critiqued her on is her fast-paced way of playing in Big Brother as opposed to clearly learning it from Survivor. And I just feel like this really shows how that dynamic works. I mean, you could target someone at the beginning, day 1, and then by day 4 or 5, you're now in an alliance with them, flipping on the group that you first created. Like, it's like, it just moves so quickly and so fast.
Mm-hmm. It really does. So after this scene, we hop to Reba. Mm-hmm. And on Reba Tribe, Austin and Drew Basile are, I might call him Basile, might call him Drew. Y'all gonna have to wake up. But Austin and Basile are looking for Austin's idol because they found out that it was going to be in between 2 palm trees where the X marks the spot and you got to dig and then you got to do this. So they get to digging. And as they're digging, we flash and we see Dee and Julie going on a walk and they're talking. And Dee and Julie are like, well, Dee is telling Julie, I think Austin and Drew have something going on without us because they're sneaking off together. They're whispering at night together.
Perceptive.
Very perceptive. As she's clocking them, she visibly clocks them because she sees. She's like, are we at camp? And Julie's like, I don't think we're at camp. And she's like, well, Drew here. Why is Drew here? He's like, we not at camp. And she's like, Drew's over there. So they decide to continue to walk and just pass by him to see what he does if he gets scared because he didn't see them. So they walk past, and when they do, they're like, oh, what you doing? Looking for coconuts? That's what these said. And Drew, instead of replying, he gets up and like walks the other way and acts like he doesn't see. And then he loops back around and he tells them, we saw seafood digging here. So we wanted to dig here to try to search for what he was looking for.
Which and is he clocks
D
But he
definitely lied.
lied straight in her face for no reason.
It was a stupid lie. My thought was, why lie? I feel like if these are your allies, even if I understand the potential of saving the idol for yourself, but they caught you. If they caught me and I'm aligned with them, why the fuck am I scared? They caught me and I'm aligned. Oh well, now I'll just tell them.
You got me.
But he lied.
Like, and also it's about 45. Like, baby, if you're digging somewhere, you're looking for an idol. You ain't got no business to be digging in no motherfucking sand. We're on
my first thought to Lee, I was like, Lee, this was stupid because Austin finna walk right over here and tell him the truth. But when Austin walked over, in my opinion, it was even worse. Because Drew was like, oh, I just told him how we found seafood. We was watching here 30 minutes ago under the rock. Like, okay.
It's like when someone walk up, didn't I ask you about seafood being over here?
You didn't.
Yeah. Imagine if Austin
don't do that with me, y'all, because my dumb ass, I'm not gonna catch on.
Imagine if Austin came over. No, he wasn't. We weren't looking. Seafood wasn't over here. What are you talking about?
I have a theory.
We have an idol. Why didn't you just tell him we have?
No, literally, girl. I thought Austin might just tell him the truth, and it's like, now you look like a liar. But anyways, my theory is, this is, take it as you may. This is my theory. I think Austin and D might have some potential to go somewhere. I think I shipped the couple a little bit. And I saw this episode.
Random as hell. Okay.
No, let me tell you why. There was a scene this episode after later on Austin like tells them the truth. Spoiler alert. Austin hugs D for like 30 seconds. I'm like, what is this big long hug for? And I randomly noticed it. And also it's coming from Survivor spoiler pages. People were spoiling there's a potential showmance again. And I was like, if anybody, it's probably Austin and D because they both fine.
I mean, they both on the same
cute. And I saw a long ass hug. I was like, what's going on over there?
What's Tia?
So it was a lot of reasons. I'm not just coming out my ass.
Okay, but, I thought you was swimming, girl. I thought you was pulling this deep from your ass.
I might just, it could just be my a fantasy. Right. Anyways, you know my bisexual way. D clocks that they lying. Well, or they're acting weird. And she's like, they're acting weird as fuck. I don't feel comfortable about this at all. And she basically calls them out like, well, y'all, we noticed y'all been walking around alone and we are all in alliance.
I didn't expect her to call them out like that. I was like, girl, ooh, is this gonna make her a target potentially? But no, they bowed down to a mother.
What I noticed, no offense to this tribe, but I was seeing through the episode, to me, D is clearly running it, but I don't think this tribe has anyone capable enough to understand.
Basile was clearly running it, no?
Definitely not.
You don't think Basile? He's definitely getting the heavy edit for this tribe. I think we get a lot of his POV and his tactics with the idol. And I feel like even D and Julie at the end of the day, you know, not wanting to flip and stay with them kind of shows how strong the D and the Basile and Austin duo is. I think they're like a strong duo together.
I definitely see that too. The reason I was saying it is because when initially when I saw them all sitting together later on in the episode, Caleb comes over. They're all sitting together. D was kind of speaking for the tribe and that initial part. And then when they went one-on-ones, of course, shit happened with the one-on-ones. But in the group setting of the tribe, D was like speaking for them. She was like, yeah, Caleb, I mean, we did this. And then he was like, oh, can I do one-on-ones with you all? And then he went one-on-one. So for my perception of it, I think D has a very strong thumb when it comes to her opinions. I think she voices them. I don't think she cares. She just bucked up to them. They didn't do anything about it. I was like, she bucked up to them. They finna turn on her and flip.
It's giving Sandra Diaz Swan.
And they didn't. So I don't know. It might give Sandra Diaz time. It's just giving authority, I think.
Yeah, I think that's just her.
And that's just her.
That's what that's talking.
I like that it's working for her because a lot of times when women, not even a lot, and I think it's because she's a woman is why I feel this way. She's a woman with authority and no one seems threatened by her. No one has mentioned being threatened. She bucked up to both of these men. They didn't say anything about it. And they ended up telling her later on about all of the information. Yep. So for me, a woman has never been able to play like this without getting voted the fuck off. So I'm kind of glad she's still in a good position. So
yeah, I agree with that. I think it's also kind of the men you're kind of doing it with too. Austin and Basile give me like
dominant.
We're going to be scared of a woman with authority type. So
yeah, they're not overly dominant, overly misogynistic, like a lot of men usually are in these games. And I think she got lucky with the tribe she was on because I think all of these men are pretty just,
aloof.
They're perfect word. Boom. We go to the reward challenge. not a fan of reward challenges. I don't care
I
about
like
their
I like
reward.
rewards when we get kind of like some of the extra dynamic through them. I think
Yep,
they're more fun in the merge with individual rewards when
I
you
agree,
take pieces and things
100%.
like that. Especially situations like today where the team who wins the reward. This always happens, does it not?
It
I feel
always
like there's so
happens.
many times the tribe that fucking sucks
You know,
and they can win a reward, but when it comes to that immunity, baby, it ain't happening.
Chaos Cash Tribe did that on Cagayan.
And
Oh,
you
they
think, oh
also, I
my
think they
god.
also won an immunity randomly too, but they
Mm.
won a
I
reward,
lucky
which
want to
is
rewatch that season. That's a great season. That's like that my
great
first
reward.
like I watched one more first, but like really like dived into like while I was hooked on Survivor was Kagayama. I need to rewatch that.
You know, there's a new unpopular opinion going around that Cagayan's not that good, and
Who's
y'all overhype
saying that?
Cagayan.
Dummies?
Girl,
I hate
I
a
saw three
contrarian.
viral tweets about it.
I hate a
Y'all just trying
contrarian
to.
girl.
Everyone wants to make something that's popular, just not. Now y'all gonna
Survivor
say Jeff
Kagayan
is
is
not a good
god
customer.
tier levels of Survivor. I mean, that era of Survivor from One World to around, I mean,
Game changers, bitch. Like all
yeah.
the way, bitch. Like it was a
Yeah,
good.
that
It was a good
stretch,
streak of
that
great
stretch from
seasons.
One World to Game Changers for real. That is like, I love Survivor.
Or second
That
chance.
really
You can
is
talk
some
about second
good.
chances. That
You
one
can't
world to
talk about
second
second
chances.
chances, but I think Millennials versus Gen X is after Second Chances,
It is,
right
and it's
before Game
a
Changers,
great.
and I
And
think
it's a
Millennials
great.
versus Gen X fits into that too. So
I think so
definitely
too.
that stretch for me. That is
Period.
Survivor. Like,
No, that's right. That is Survivor. And what is this?
the new era.
Drop the four.
Survivor 4. It's the
The
Survivor
drop the
4.
four era. Boom. At the reward challenge, they got to go through obstacle course. They got to land some rings on a pole, and then boom, the winner gets a fruit platter.
Yeah, no flints.
Just fruit. Boom. Lulu wins. Damn. Because
They
this
ate
is
that
not
up.
the one y'all need to win.
Like,
And you know what I hate about it? This should have just been an immunity. Fuck. So they win reward. And a part of their reward is they get to send somebody to a tribe of their choice to steal something from them. Boom. They
now,
agree.
what's
They
interesting
want to send.
about this is that
What?
apparently this happened on the first
Go on.
episode to the first elimination too. So on
Mhm.
what's her name? Hannah's exit interview on Rob Has a Podcast. Basically, she admitted that Kendra had came to their tribe while they were like, negotiating and talking about the vote. So I'm assuming they been had this, and Kendra's was just irrelevant. Like nothing came of that at all. But it's interesting that they cut out things like that because it's like, I mean, this is obviously going to be a twist, probably going forward still. So,
Yep. So, excuse me. So they choose to send Caleb. Their reason was Caleb is clearly the most social player on our tribe. He can probably make the most work. So, which is interesting for everyone to just know that about you. I feel like, why does everybody know you're just the most social player like that? Caleb needs to get that in gear,
right.
and kind of bites him. Well, no the fuck it doesn't.
I mean, we're already seeing like, I mean, one of his closest allies have already attempted to turn on him pre-merge. So this is definitely going to be an issue the deeper he gets into this game. He's just so obviously that girl. It's hard to hide it. Like,
yeah. What I like about Caleb is he's already giving return ET.
He is.
And what I'm waiting for in this new era is to see them all come back. Fuck all this bullshit.
I
want to see
Shan
them come
versus
back.
Caleb versus
Season
Jesse versus Marianne versus all the girls. Omer. Girl, I need all the girls in there.
No, they weren't. I kind of thought Jesse and Marianne were on the same season. Those are the seasons that blend together for me. Jesse season.
42, 43, and 44.
I think 42, 43, and 44. I don't
42 stands out with 41 to me because of Marianne. Marianne's storyline helps me really define that season in my head. To me, 43 and 44 very much blend. 44 just came on, and I still have to remember who just won it. Not that Jam Jam was irrelevant. I love Jam Jam. I love the Tika 3. It's just I feel like it's one of those seasons that kind of falls into like, since we're so in this like
repetitive
stage.
It was the exact same twist, the exact same puzzles, the exact same comp as 43. So I'm sorry. It was very
43 and 44 just really run together with me. It really does.
And they were both like not super dynamic with the shuffling of what was going on, in my opinion. But hey, we moved. Well, 43 was dynamic, but it was just, I hated the result. But anyways, boom. Caleb goes to Reba. And at Reba Tribe, he ends up taking the fishing gear, and then he has a bunch. But before he goes, he gets this little
Goodwill
advantage that he can give to somebody, which is if you have lost your vote, you can give this to someone, and that
You
person
just
who
be
has it now
doing
has a
shit.
chance to have a vote. Literally.
I just like they be doing shit. I don't know.
But it's only if you've lost your vote. And now you have a vote.
So now we're making advantages to fix what other advantages have done.
But sometimes it's not an advantage. You could lose your vote for just losing a challenge that they make you go to.
That they force you to do. Without question. Like, I'm just so over it. I'm just so over it, man.
So
I'm so over it. And we're not even to the biggest twist, the advantage twist of the goddamn episode. Like, I'm over it. I'm over the idol girl, the idol twist.
Oh God. So he goes to he does 101s and he ends up giving it to Basile. I think he wanted to work with someone who was seemed as more nerdy, and Drew/Basile does seem a little bit more nerdy, so I think that makes sense. He didn't really explain why he gave it to Basile.
He spoke about him pre-season. So. I think it probably has something to do with that too. He was one of the names or the faces that stuck out to him pre-season. So
yeah,
he called him Lanky Blanky.
So when Basile gets it, he's like, "Oh, this will be great for Austin because Austin doesn't have his vote because Austin has the beware advantage." So boom, that's Basile's plan. He wants to just tell Austin about it, and he goes and tells D about it because D was suspicious earlier because they were looking for the idol and they didn't tell him about it and they lied about it. So he used this as a way to reconcile with D and them. So he tells D and Julie about this new advantage, which is the vote thing. But my thing was, why did he even tell her? Because if he's telling her and then Austin uses it because he needs his vote, then she's going to know, wait, where'd your advantage go? And then he's going to have to tell him that Austin used it, but it doesn't matter because he ends up just telling her about the idol too, which is why did y'all even lie about it in the first place? Because y'all ended up just telling her about it.
Why you so mad?
Because it's just, I hate stupid people doing stupid shit. Boom. Back
and I was thinking also probably just it won't matter at all because Reba is going to probably keep winning, but now we have a tribe swap, which is another reason why I'm so excited because players like Sifu and J Maya, who've been virtually irrelevant, and if they ever did end up losing, probably would have just went, now have a different chance. They have a different shot in this game. Emily, who's been on the bottom. Different chance, like so many different times, unless you're in the tribe.
Very interesting. Even Sean, because now it was going to be Emily, that boy, Caleb, and Sean. And I was like, well, Sean's going home. But now Sean could be in a whole different situation with a 2v2, and he's the third.
And there's so many people in these earlier seasons from 41 to now who needed that desperately and was stuck with a tribe that kept losing or just did not like them.
When the tribe swap twist came, it was so clearly, it leveled the playing field so much for players. One of the earliest tribe swaps I remember, well, there was way more, but one of the most defining tribe swaps I remember was Cerie's first season, Panama, where her tribe was getting decimated because it was a bunch of old women. And literally, that was the name of the tribe. And then, they tribe swapped, so she had a chance to remaneuver her game, and then she ended up in the finals of that season. I think tribe swaps became to me like what the veto is to Big Brother. It's a necessary element to make sure the game stays on an equal playing field as much as possible. And I think when I don't have tribe swaps, it really feels less and less equal. And that's why a bunch of women have been going home, or players who just get dealt a bad hand don't get a chance. And I feel like everyone in the game should try to get a chance, even if they get dealt a bad hand or something like that. And tribe swaps always leveled that out. And I'm glad that they brought it back. I hope they keep it from now on. It's like the veto. Don't take it away. Just keep tribe swap. It makes shit good. It's never bad. It's never a negative. That's why
it's never been bad. It's been annoying sometimes.
Even if you tribe swap and you're tribe swapping into minority, it's like it's everyone's tribe swapping, and everyone can tribe swap in minority. It's kind of equal opportunity for that to happen. So I feel a little bit better about that than I feel about a tribe just decimating one person, or everyone's here and they're also, or a whole tribe just getting decimated itself and there's just one person left. And then plus it blurs the lines during merge. A lot of good things. Boom. We hop to the Lulu tribe and they're having their reward. And Saaya and Sean are chatting and Emily walks away for a little bit, barely. And this is where Saaya, I guess, thinks of the
seals
idea.
Her fate. Seals her fate.
This is where Saaya seals her fate. She thinks it's clear that Caleb is super social and that he'll be a threat to win in 80 days. not 80. Winning 30, not 30,
Not even
20
30.
days from
15
now.
days, basically.
We are on day 5, y'all. And she is like, well, he would be a threat to win the game. Baby, y'all haven't even won an immunity. How about that?
And that's why I'm just like, Saaya, that is a valid fear. Because Caleb is definitely such a big threat if he gets in that end game. But it's like, y'all have been losing every single tribe. At this point, you don't know that there's going to be a tribe swap.
Get to merge.
You don't even know if at merge, all of them could just get wiped out in merge very easily. Like, I just feel like, and it's
I don't even know why she's personal level like that.
On a personal level, it sucks because the duo of Caleb and Saaya would have been so iconic. The trio of Caleb, Saaya, and Sean would have been so iconic. We really missed out. And I just think she really jumped the gun on this decision. I don't think that was needed. And I was done with the episode. I knew as soon as she said last episode in the preview, it said, I was like, is she telling Emily about Caleb? I knew it was over. It makes the move that happened, Emily telling Caleb and them voting with Saaya not having a vote, or this time still didn't have a vote. It's like obviously there. So her doing this, I'm just like, and that's another thing too. Like in this new era, it hasn't fared well for the players who lose a vote and to try and run the tribal vote. I think remember Chanel, and I believe that's 42 did that.
Yeah.
And went home and became the tribe pariah and stayed the tribe pariah all the way up into merge.
Like, merge pariah. How are you a merge pariah? What's happening?
If you don't have a vote, I don't think you should try to stick your neck out at all about the results. At all. So I just feel like that was a very, very risky move. She knows her and Emily has tension. She knows Emily feels the type of way about her. I don't know if she clocked the Caleb and Emily connection.
She didn't, because right after this, she brings Emily over and tells Emily about the plan.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking she could have done that while knowing and just thinking, oh, maybe she's gonna
think on my same level type shit. Like we both see he's a threat. But it's like y'all need to win a fucking immunity first. If the way that
this was just that reward.
It just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what she was thinking. But because the way these seasons have gone, if you lose every single one, it'll just be because I think Shannon Ricard team did win one.
I don't think they won one.
I think maybe not. Oh, so maybe. either you're going down to 2, or if you lose all of them, you're going down to 1, and then you merge. It's only going to be either 2 of y'all, 6, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think if you lose every single tribal, it'll only be one person on the tribe anyways. So my point is, she needs to be worried about winning immunities. That's my point. I don't understand. So she tells Emily, and Emily is shocked because she's like, "Well, I thought they was a close knit 3, and they're all black, aren't they?" And a lot.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
That's what she was thinking. She was thinking, "Oh, they're all POC, and I'm white. I definitely thought they were working together." Shut up. Stupid.
Now, why you just put this on her?
It's just I don't understand why she thought they were such a close knit 3, and Saaya and Caleb have never been. First of all, it's just like it's day 5, and Saaya shouldn't be thinking this. It's day 5, and you thinking they're a close knit 3 that are never going to turn each other, and you're so shocked that you have to talk about it in the dining room. Girls, day 5, same shit. Like you just so boom, we hop to the Bello tribe, and they being stupid over here too. Fuck.
Oh God, this was.
So Kendra's in love with Jake now, randomly,
and I was just like. And then I noticed last episode, I love Katura's diary rooms. I love getting her on screen, but it's only been about how much she hates Bruce. And we're starting to see this episode, now that Kendra has Jake a little bit, Brando and Kelly are a thing. They all kind of like Bruce. Her being so immovable on this target is about to fuck her up. And that is exactly what's happening. I hate it here.
They're starting to feel. Kelly is talking to Brando, and she's basically starting to feel like. I mean,
Katura's scary.
Katura wants Bruce out, but Katura's kind of the scary one. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know how I feel about Katura. She's so scary and black.
Oh my God!
I don't know how I feel about her. It's just a lot. I don't think these people are racist. I just think that they have some biases that are going out because why is Katura scary? It's weird. Boom.
Yeah.
Like scary?
It sucks that the verbiage should not have been used. It makes sense that she's on the outs, but the verbiage is just weird. But in general, it's like
why is it the reason?
Well, I don't think the reason is that she's scary. I think she's just
And
yeah,
then why bring it up? That's what pisses me off. I hate it.
Yeah, it just shouldn't have, that verbiage shouldn't have been used. But in general, yeah, no, it just sucks. However, I feel like Kendra doesn't actually. She may not be on that type of time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully, she's not. But we'll see. But tribe swap anyway. So who gives a goddamn?
I was just gonna say.
Thankfully, she's safe. Hopefully, she don't tribe swap with Bruce.
Around, but it could also not matter. But the dynamics that kind of are important. Katurah hates Bruce. Kelly has relationships with basically everybody, and Kendra kind of does too. And Katurah kind of only has a relationship with the girls. So if Katurah ends up on the tribe with the Bello boys, it'll be interesting what she decides to do, because it could be like, oh, it's three Bello, Katurah, Bruce, and Jake, and then it's two Reba. But Katurah could flip on Bruce and Jake because she genuinely does not like Bruce. So that's something to look out for. So boom, we hot to Reba. And at Reba, Austin is deciding to tell his allies about his advantage, as he should. He's telling D and Julie, Mother D and Mother Julie, about his beware advantage. And when they find out, they're like, okay, maybe we can trust you a little bit, but we still got our eyes on you. So they decide to start helping them look for the advantage. So they're taking shifts. Some people are breaking and some people are looking. Boom, boom, boom. So there's a scene where Austin and Drew are back at camp, and D and Julie are the ones looking for the advantage, and they find a rope. And the rope leads to a hammer. And the hammer says, use this to crack one of them rocks, and you get that motherfucking advantage. And I was like, ooh.
Girl, I'm thinking Julie and D are about to eat this up. They are about to get this idol. They didn't even originally get the clue. They're about to do Uno reverse on these boys. Mm-hmm. It's about to be over.
It was going to be a girls' night
and then out. Here comes Julie, and I just think I've got to get this hammer to Austin. Get the hammer to the rock. Did you not read the instructions? The instructions don't say hand this hammer to Austin. The instructions say go crack a rock. Why the fuck is you handing shit to Austin?
She ran to that boy. Girl. Remember the goal.
I was over. I would have told him after I found it. Oh, we were digging. We saw a hammer, and we just cracked a rock like it told us to do so. And I have the item now. Oh. I would have been mad.
Girl, anyways.
I definitely would have found that out of my damn self.
But no, literally. Well, maybe not, because the stupid rules are stupid as fuck. Oh, wait. How would these work?
What you mean?
How would that work? Hypothetically, we don't need to get too much into it. Right now, Austin doesn't have a vote, right? Well,
he has a good will advantage, so technically.
Right. Yeah. If Julie found the idol, he just never has a vote for the rest of the season. What are the rules?
That's the thing. Maybe the rules is she
can't have possession.
Which would be bullshit because they found it. You're right about that.
I think for the beware advantage, you probably have to find a clue and then you have possession, and no one else.
That would be bullshit though, because in a situation like this, they found it. They were told where to look for. They were told to look for something. Yeah. They found the rope themselves. They found.
We were just talking about these rules.
Think about it. Think about it. No, think about it. With this specific one, you could have just been trying to look for an idol and found that rope that led to the hammer. The hammer said itself. Yeah. All you have to do is crack a rock by the well. So you don't even need to find the beware advantage clue to find the rope with the hammer.
Yeah.
Unless they only put it out there when the beware advantage is found. I don't know how the interworking of the production works.
But even then, it took Austin a few days to get to that point. Yeah. So
that's very interesting.
They need to. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm assuming when it's found. I would assume when it's found in general, he would probably get his vote back because it's been found.
Okay.
I would assume that's.
No, you can't do that because now you gave Austin information that someone has the idol, and he shouldn't be allowed to have that information that someone has the idol without figuring it out.
Maybe he don't get his vote to merge, especially with this specific twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, they need to fix that. So, anyways, Austin breaks it, gets the idol, and he reads the note, or he gets the note that tells you what the idol does. It says,
Ooh.
This idol is good for one tribal. Unless
Ooh. What's first?
unless you want to sacrifice your vote. If you sacrifice your vote, this idol is good until everyone is on the same beat.
Why don't they just say merge?
It's not
I feel like
merged.
they're
That's
trying to
why.
be so extra.
It's not merged though.
Because they don't emerge first. They do the little, you're right. The little, what is it?
Yeah.
What is it before you go to heaven? What is
Isn't
it?
it called a
Purgatory. It's purgatory.
It's called purgatory?
I don't think it's called that, but that's what it is. Like, you're not actually.
What do they call it? I'm trying to think. What does Survivor call it?
Mergatory. Isn't it? Don't they call it mergatory, actually? I've heard people refer to it as that.
Maybe it is mergatory. It's like, you gotta earn your way. Anyways, so, or this is the third option. You could also not vote this round, or the first round you go to tribal, and not vote the second round you go to tribal. And if you do that, you have your idol till final five, bitch.
So it's an actual idol then. It's just like, I'm so sick of the steps and the rules and regulations and all this other.
Like, I didn't know I was playing math. I thought I was playing Survivor. Well, I had to decide. And what is
he had to find the beware. He had to realize that it matched the code on the flag. He had to align the code to the flag. Then he had to go find the hammer attached to a rope. Then he had to smash a rock open. And then he has all of these steps for it to even be a legitimate idol until Final Five. Like, it's just like, it don't take all of that. I swear.
It doesn't. I'm sick of it. I don't like the idol twist, whatever it is. Hey, you know what's funny? I kind of do like the twist, but I don't like it at the same time. It's just too much. It's just too much. But y'all, I have a surprise for you guys. Which I've already revealed the surprise for the Amazing Race podcast, but y'all don't watch that. So y'all didn't see it. What's Amazing Race? It was.
What is it?
It was a challenge. I reviewed it on the challenge. But y'all don't watch that either. But anyways, for the people who haven't seen, look what I got. But let me show y'all some pages I didn't show y'all.
Not this again.
So first of all, this is Survivor, so this is where it belongs. Bryce Isaiah from Survivor Cagayan.
Period.
Shout out to Cagayan. We've been talking about it all season. Bryce Isaiah. Well, let me show y'all Bryce. Well, actually, you didn't buy it, so you don't get to see Bryce. But Bryce Isaiah from Survivor Cagayan does these calendars. It's for, what the fuck is it for? Reality TV personalities. This is Joseph Abden from Big Brother 25 or whatever. And there's a lot of Survivor players on here. I want to show y'all. First of all, Bob Crowley, he's allegedly problematic. So I'm not even going to show him. But we have Wendell and his baby.
Aww.
Okay. Baby looks great. Who else was on Survivor? It's just so cute. Honestly, it's really cute. It has a lot.
Go to Brandon from last season. Where Brandon at?
Who's that? And Josh.
Period.
I actually really like this page. This is June.
Where is Brandon? Show the girls Brandon. That's what
we have Owen Knight. Okay. And then let me show you Brandon. This is Brandon.
This is a zaddy girl. Look at that.
I know we're not here for this, but I'm just telling y'all to just check out this. This is an adult podcast. You should not be. We also have Sammy. Sammy, I wasn't a Sammy stan, but the muscles
I saw it for Sammy. I did.
I think these are all the Survivor boys. But anyways, the point is, Carson kind of is cute a little bit. Very young.
I just can't. That's why I can't get past. He gives me 16.
Give him 4 years, maybe he'll be cute. Come back, I guess. So boom.
This was such a random segue.
That happened. I was like, boom, what? So boom.
And then you like surprised. I'm like, oh, what is it? I'm excited, girl.
Back to Survivor. After the scene, we go to the immunity challenge. The immunity challenge was you have to get these keys, collect these big ass puzzle pieces, and then put this big ass puzzle together. Y'all, Lulu lost.
Damn.
That's it.
And that's what it would come down to.
That's it.
That's what it would come down to.
Lulu's about to lose, or Lulu's gonna win.
Weren't they like in the lead for this one, or am I getting that confused?
No, because Sean couldn't get the keys off, so they were never in the lead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Behind on getting the keys off. And then honestly, when it comes down to, they suck at puzzles. There's not a puzzle person on their tribe at all. When they get to the puzzles, they just stand there, literally
Yeah,
All of them
confused,
just
all of
stand
them.
there. Lost.
Emily's supposed to be telling them, and she's just standing there. Come on, y'all! And then they're down there
Yeah.
not coming on. I'm like, come, what's his name? Caleb was like, no, we got to do that at the end, and they just standing there. If y'all got to do it at the end, take it off, and then do the other shit. Like, they have no urgency when it comes to puzzle. I think they all just like get to it. The fuck. Boom. After this, of course, we go back to Lulu so they can talk about the vote. This is when Saaya and Caleb talk. And Sabaya's telling Caleb, he's like, well, look, we just all got to vote Emily. It's just that simple. We just all got to vote Emily. And what I'll do is I'll pretend you're the vote. And then you can pretend I'm the vote so that Emily doesn't play her shot in the dark. All these fucking shits they got going on. Damn. But so that she doesn't play her shot in the dark, we'll just pretend that we're voting each other and da da da. And Sabaya has a diary room and she's like, well, actually, we're actually voting Caleb. And he doesn't know that I have all the power. I have an idol. I have Emily on my side. I have Sean, and we're voting him. And Caleb is going to fuck home. And that's when I knew Caleb was not going nowhere.
Of course.
Please.
I mean,
so she pulls over Emily and she tells Emily she found the idol and that she's going to burn it at Tribal tonight so she can have her vote again. We're all going to vote Caleb. We'll be all hunky dory. We're good to go. And Emily's like, I mean, when I'm thinking about it,
Emily has no reason to do
why would
that.
I vote with her and Sean so they can vote me out next?
Literally, that's why I just don't understand. Like, what happens, what transpired next, it makes so much sense. Like, she easily just goes to Caleb, tells him to vote out Saaya. At this point, she has no vote, and she still ends up not having a vote even when she melts the fucking idol. So it's like, girl, I don't know how she didn't clock this at all, especially because, like you just said, even if Emily was down to do this, if y'all lose again, which statistically you are, they don't know there's a tribe swap at all. There hasn't been in seasons. When they lose again, you will just go. They already just, and by voting out Caleb, they're proving they're not loyal at all. So even if y'all somehow do,
and then you have an idol. So even I just thought about that. Even let's say hypothetically, Sean would have voted with me. You got a fucking idol. So we can't vote you anyways if we lose again. There's no good reason to keep Saaya in this moment. And I don't know why Saaya thought
especially when Saaya and Emily had beef. Y'all had big beef. Y'all have been back and forth since day one. This was just not a good play by Saaya at all. I'm gonna just chalk it up to they've been losing the immunities. My sister was tired. Hungry.
They didn't have no fire.
Tired. They didn't have no fire. That's what it was. Bring her back. Make it 39 days. Get her some rice, and my sister will be good.
Okay. Sure. I don't know what Saaya quite literally wasn't thinking. So Emily does the obvious thing.
The obvious. Literally, it's the obvious. I don't think who would not have done this.
First of all, and then we haven't even talked about how Caleb made a relationship with Emily already. Before all of this was even happening, Caleb was the only person talking to her. They were literally all not talking to her because, of course, like she was being weird anyway. But they weren't talking to her, but Caleb was. And he's like, I'm the only one talking to her, so she can like me. And then that happened, and now she has a relationship with him, and she's like, well, I'm just going to tell Caleb they're voting him.
The person who actually wanted to work with me this entire time. Like,
yep. And then me and him versus y'all who just voted for him. So anyway, she goes and tells Caleb, she's like, look, you can vote me, or you cannot, but I'm telling you right now, it is you. It is you.
It is you.
You are the vote. It's not me. I know you think it's me, but you think wrong.
You're going home.
It is you. You're going home. Never.
And I thought, girl, is Caleb about to play himself being loyal to Saaya and Sean? Because I will say, and because he reveals that it was Sabaya's plan to tell Emily they're voting Caleb. And that's what's interesting about what ends up happening, because my sister Saaya goes home. Caleb, regardless of knowing if Saaya was actually flipping or not, was like, I'm going with Emily.
Yep.
Like, he just decided to go with Emily and take out Saaya. So it's just like, let me thank God he was right that they were actually turning on him, because if not,
in hindsight, this tribal council was very embarrassing. Because after seeing it play out, the whole time Saaya, she puts her wax figure for her idol in the fire, and she waits for it to burn out, and she's like, yeah, I'm finna have it burn out. And Jeff's like, what's that? And she's like, oh, that's my idol that I got that I'm gonna make burn so I can get my boat back and I can take my power back. And it's like it gives like, ooh, this is an icon, but the more it gives that, the more embarrassing it is that the girl
Yeah.
goes home.
And they love setting people up on Survivor. They do. They love
It was a
that.
big ass setup.
And I remember being confused. So, like, is she even gonna get her vote? Like, is she gonna know? Like, is there a possibility she could vote tonight, think she can, and then go back to trial and realize, bitch, this is a souvenir?
Yeah.
But
So
when she goes up to the vote, she has to read it, and she
Mhm.
still decides to, lose her vote.
Okay.
And my sister goes, and she was gagged.
You know
She
what's
was
funny?
gagged.
When Austin read the note with the rules of the idol, I immediately said I would just use the idol. I wouldn't want to risk all of that other shit. And that's Austin, who isn't even at tribal council.
But that's the thing.
So when Saaya read it, I'm like, girl, why the fuck wouldn't you just use the idol and vote?
I would trust that I could get to merge with it at least, because I feel like even Saaya, like if she just no, because I was just about to say if she just went with Caleb and was like Emily, it'd been good. But I just said Caleb, regardless of figuring out if she was going to flip or not, flipped with Emily. So maybe that could have still happened.
It's the same reason. The same reason Emily should vote with Caleb is the reason Caleb should vote with Emily. Saaya and Sean are obviously close. At the tribal council, Sean's helping her pour out the water for like they're just best friends. So it would be stupid for Caleb to vote out Emily, just like it would be stupid for Emily to vote out Caleb. And you need to put yourself in other people's shoes to see that. It was obvious they should have taken out Saaya, honestly. But they didn't. Saaya went home. And she's the third person out. Ooh.
Yep. And I was hoping by this time we'd be able to tier rank a different losing tribe, but
we're on the same tribe.
Brandon
Donalon is out. Loser.
What? Why are you like this?
I don't know what with me today. But
moving around.
Let's start lowest.
I can't give Emily mother yet. I think I can go with
definitely not mother.
She's in a better position. It's gonna be interesting, especially because we're not this thing. The dynamic isn't we're waiting until merge now. Now it's giving Travis gonna be swapping. So I wonder, will she swap with Caleb and we get to see this duo? Because I think they're gonna be an interesting duo. She's very abrasive. He is an obvious threat based off his social ability. So they would be a really interesting duo, and then also trio with Sean, but they're definitely not all going to go to the same tribe. They could end up on 3 different tribes, literally. And that's sometimes what sucks about tribe swaps, because the losing tribe, the one who has the least numbers, they have to just kind of defer to whoever the majority.
It's 2 from this, 2 from this, 1 from this. That kind of mixes up the dynamics. That's why I like 3 tribes swapping into tribes, because it's 3 different dynamics on the new tribe.
So that would be hilarious if all 3 of them end up on a different tribe.
It would. A part of me would like it, but a part of me wouldn't like it. I kind of want to see 2.
Well, I just hope they don't just get out. Like, I would hate if that happened.
All 3 of them wouldn't just get out.
Emily definitely could.
It's Survivor. But I would think I feel like I'm comfortable putting her at camp just because she kind of ate this up. She ate Saaya up. Sorry. Saaya was her biggest threat. She went home.
I don't want to talk about it. No, it's the camp. I just don't want to talk about how she ate my mama up.
Let's talk about Mama, who was at the bottom of Mother. We knew.
I was hoping we could put her at Chow, even though she was going home. But girl, it was a chop. The move itself was a chop. It really was. I think Caleb, everything she said was making sense, but it made sense as if it would make sense if y'all was the last 3 people left on the goddamn island.
Yeah.
Last 4 people left on the island, baby. It's not Final 4. It's pre-merge, and y'all are only 4 left on this tribe. Okay, that was just not a fear that was relevant at this moment. And
why did you even bring it up? It was just weird. Everything was weird. But not too much on my mama.
Second chance queen. She's coming back. Game changer. I don't know. One of them. Bring her back. I mean, if Haley can be on Game Changers, then Saaya can get brought the fuck back.
I love Haley on Game Changers. I'm sorry.
She was like, actually, she got up in that one tribal.
She said, Jeff, I'm not ready to vote, actually.
Right.
And they were like, we're ready to vote. And she was like, okay, you're not
Jeff, Jeff, is it time to talk? Is it time to, like this is a thing? Like,
She said, you're not going to like it, but okay. And then the bitches got voted out.
And then she went home because they didn't listen to her. They stupid.
Dumb as fuck. She ate that up. Sean,
it's giving child. It's giving child.
It is, because the same reason Saaya was stupid, Sean didn't say anything. Sean was right there giggling
He
with
just
her.
went with it.
Yeah, we
And I'm
should
just
do
like,
it. Yeah,
both
we
of y'all
should do this.
minds didn't come together and think that this wasn't a good idea.
Saaya was like, let's talk to Emily. He was like, yep, let's talk to Emily. Why is he a yes man like this? This is Survivor. What do you
And
want to
now
do?
there's a possibility he will definitely be merging, going to a tribe in minority, unless all three of them end up on the same tribe somehow, which would be hilarious.
Or he ends up on, like, let's say it's 2 Reba, 2 Bloop Bloop Bloop, 2 Reba, 2 Bello, and him. He could be good.
Yeah, maybe he could be in the middle.
Good. So I think he has options because of the tribe swap, but also he could just go home because of the tribe swap. Yeah. And he hasn't shown to. This was not a good episode for him. He didn't have no prowess in this. He had no influence. He didn't want to influence.
He hasn't been.
He's just walking around up under Saaya, and I think he'll just rock around up under somebody else on a different tribe too. I can see Deep being on this tribe and Deep just being like, "I'm
I have a lot of faith in him. Let's not do that for him. Let's not do that.
He's not doing anything.
Fuck! I just realized too, we're not gonna get Saaya and Katurah together. Oh, that would have been so iconic.
Oh, that would have been
two Black queer women running Survivor.
Just left. Worried about Bruce all day. Caleb can stay a mother. Sorry, he stayed.
Oh, he's definitely staying a mother. Yeah, I'm just hoping moving forward, especially with this tribe swap, he's able to lower his threat level. It seems like he's going to be an active player, like him going and giving a goodwill advantage to Basile, who seems to be in a higher position. Like, I think that he's going to be someone that is going to get to people first or early, or people are just going to genuinely like him and want to work with him. Basically, this entire tribe wanted to work with Caleb until they wanted him out. But hopefully, his social game will help them to want to just work with him first, and then he can, maneuver his way to merge at least. Because I would hate if he goes pre-merge. That would suck.
Me too. That would be too many mothers. Honestly, I want all three of these people to make merge. I want to see what all three of them could do. So we'll see.
And I want somebody to come back.
Y'all, I was dragging Lee last time because his first pick was Brandon. Well, my first pick was Saaya. First pick was Saaya. Sixth pick was Hannah. That's not that high. But my first pick was Saaya. And it's like, fuck.
We really thought.
We had no idea. We didn't know what.
But that's the thing. Your second pick was Caleb. My second pick was Austin.
Oh my God. You know who I'm expecting at the end game? And I'm not even joking. The literal last row.
Yeah.
Emily, Drew, Julie, Dee, and Kendra. Kendra has had a big ass edit. Dee has had a huge edit. Drew has had a huge edit. Emily has had a huge, and Julie has had it. Honestly,
we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Our last rows are probably going to be at the end based on the edits.
I think we had good second picks though. Caleb, Austin,
okay. That's all. And then our last row, we thought the Duds is finna run the season. That happened with Gabler.
Oh, no one picked Gabler.
Remember
I literally think he was the last pick.
He was quite literally the last pick. Oh God. But I've noticed with Survivor, our last picks have been making it far. Or like our lower picks. We need to like switch them up. We don't know
like the preseason. It doesn't give us much though. The preseason it's always like I haven't seen when they're out there. It always gives that with Survivor. The preseason gives us nothing
at all. Well, boom. I know that's right. Not both of our first picks out. We suck at this draft and shit. Let's wrap it up.
I've beat you several times. You suck.
You beat me several times with the person you didn't even pick. You didn't pick Gabler.
Still won.
Still won. We suck.
Catch
you didn't
it.
pick Gabler. I didn't pick
Still
Gabler.
won. Catch it. Catch it. She ain't no diva.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Really, thank you. We need the money. Also, tune into Amazing Race, please, and the challenge. Still covering Big Brother on BBTs, Big Brother Tuesdays, and Big Brother Thursdays. So check those out too. Also follow us everywhere at Reality Kingdom. Thank you for keeping it real for the kingdom. Thank you for keeping it real, and thank you for keeping it real for the kingdom. We out.
What happened?